Fix the hair.
Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Love
Oh,
it.
man. Pirate Broadcast, another episode. I cannot believe it's the end of August. What happened, Mike? What happened?
Well, you see what happened is time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, welcome, pirates. We're here on the Pirate Broadcast, and we're going to talk a little bit about how time flies, a little bit about burnout, and what we can do about it today. Mike is a friend, someone I care about, someone that I look up to and consider a mentor and an inspiration every single day. So I hope you join us on this conversation because it's going to be a good one. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Russ. I was like zooming my camera out. Hey, you'll like this. I live in Colorado. I just went on a run.
Yeah.
When I first got out on the trail, there was a half-eaten rabbit. Then about a mile into my run, I found a bag of weed. So I took a picture of both and I put those on my Instagram. I said, this is about as Colorado as they come.
That is true Colorado scenery.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't smoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if the coyotes had gotten that, the other half of the rabbit would be gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a coyote that got, or a bobcat. We live in the foothills here in Colorado Springs, and yeah, it's not uncommon to see like a deer leg.
The wildlife out there. Yeah. So Mike, you have a number of things going on. We've been connected, I don't know, for 6 years. I don't know. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been 6 years.
Yeah, wow. And the reason we first got together is we were talking about membership sites, and we were talking about how to grow membership sites and doing some things. And you know, it's evolved over the years, and we've done different things going back and forth. And Tom, somebody else that we both work with and connect with. And the reality is that we're in this season where there's a lot of opportunity out there. There's a lot of things going on. And I want to talk a little bit about your journey, because one of the things that you have really excelled at is being able to identify some of these opportunities. And you've actually grown local growth. You know, one of the things that a lot of business owners struggle with is getting visibility in, you know, when you do a search on, you know, HVAC company or a plumber or something like that, you notice a little stack of companies that are at the top. They rank at the top. And one of the things that you can do to rank at the top, it takes a little bit of work and effort. So maybe you could walk us through that process in local growth and what business owners can expect when they attempt to get free advertising, essentially what it is.
Yeah, I think, you know, we've been living in the local SEO, local growth space for years. And the biggest thing is it's not complicated. Like, I love the quote, great marketing helps bad products fail faster. So one, you got to start with, you got to kick butt. Like, you have to have a great product. You have to serve your clients well.
Yeah.
You know, if someone comes to me who needs leads and they have a 2-star review and you go through it, it's like bad review. Like, and you meet them and they're kind of, you kind of get it. Like, I can't help you. Like, we're going to elevate your bad reviews. So one, just have a kick butt product, serve, over deliver, and then major in the major. And then one of the things I always tell clients, and I use the, you know, from Arrested Development, they would talk about there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're an Arrested Development fan, but like GMB is your banana stand. Like, Google My Business, like, nail that. Make sure your profile's filled out, track it, post, posting events, posting posts. That's just free traffic out there.
Yeah.
But then teach. So 90% of Google searches are questions looking for answers. Like answer those questions. So one of the tools that we use is KW Finder. It stands for Keyword Finder. Go on there, filter on your city, type in a keyword, and it'll tell you. You get three searches per day for free at KW Finder. It'll tell you like what people in your town are searching for. Like answer those questions. So if it's like if you're a bike store, like and people are looking for how to get fitted for a bike, put together a 2-minute YouTube video with your bike shop, like, hey, here's how to get fitted for a bike, and just walk them through that process, answer that question, build that authority, and then they're going to come your way. And Marcus Sheridan has a great book. It's called They Ask, You Answer. Because Marcus he's a sales guru now, but he was a pool salesman. He just started doing that. People had questions on pools. And so he just started putting content out there. And now he's like, I think he's at HubSpot, and like he's the sales lion. But it's simple. Like, don't overthink it. People have problems. This is where, StoryBrand comes in. People have problems. Solve those problems. Be the guide. You can kind of see my little board back there. Be the guide.
Yeah.
Help them be the hero. The whole StoryBrand concept. But yeah, just what are their problems? What are they searching for? And like, be that solution.
I love that. I love that. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people. We got some folks in the room. Martin, how you doing today? Elise is in the house. Thank you so much for being here from South Africa. Russ Hedge. Good morning, Russ. In from Oregon. I hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. Martin says hi, Mike. So he's doing.
What's up, Martin?
Hey, Martin. Explains the half-eaten part. He's talking about the weed. Yeah. Rob runs the Drunken Grape out of Toronto, out of Canada. So
nice.
The neck of the woods. Great marketing helps bad products fail faster. Fantastic. I love this. Nick Gimmel. Brother Nick, what's going on, man? We got the Great White North in the room today. Thank you so much for being here, Nick. I want to catch up with you. It's time we connected again. Nancy Thomas, I'll be sending you some information later on, and thank you so much for joining us. Martin says, "Be the solution." That's awesome. And Foley Hart, Foley, I hope you're well. I hope things are going well for you. Nick says, "Yeah, let's do it." Foley says, "Miss you, Russ. Great to see you both." Thank you so much. Howard Kaufman's in the room. Thanks for joining the point of answering the question. Thanks for the point on answering a question. Yes, absolutely. Ask questions. Mike is an amazing resource. He's giving out a lot of information. He's helping a lot of people. He's answering the questions. He eats his own dog food. So Mike, keep it simple, solve problems, answer questions. We don't have to make it any more complicated than that.
Yeah, go to the data, like that KW Finder. Like, there's gold in there if you just spend a little bit of time learning the tool. It's pretty simple. But yeah, that's why I love local growth. It's not complicated. We're not building algorithms. We're, HVAC company. This person needs their furnace serviced. Like, they're going to find, they're going to go to Google, try and find an HVAC repair. Like, be that solution, help them out. YouTube is the number 2 search engine behind Google. So that's where, video is huge. And we're not talking like camera crews. We're talking like your iPhone and like showing people how to like change out their air filter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's super simple. And I'm a huge fan of video. I could jump on a video call anytime. And a lot of people are, they're talking about Zoom fatigue these days. So, you have to be cautious. But if you're showing and illustrating a solution to a problem, most people are, they'll find you. That's the whole thing is putting stuff out there. You got to be putting stuff out there, folks. You just got to show up and do the work. Yep. That's kind of the routine that I like to express. So So, Mike, one of the things that I think I'd like to kind of roll into, you've got local growth going on. It's growing. And then you got some other projects that I want to talk about. What are some other projects that you have going on these days?
Yeah, so the big one is, and the backstory of this is, I jumped my corporate job 7 years ago to start my own company. At the time, we had 5 kids and a stay-at-home wife, and I had a really good job, good benefits,
Mhm.
but I wanted to start my own company and hustled, figured it out, figured out how to make money. About year 3, I was burnt out. Like, I was stressed out. I was overweight. I wasn't a good dad. I was, short fuse, and something had to change. I mean, I was like, man, business, like, we're doing great. Like, we got great clients, we're making money, but like physically, mentally, spiritually, just, man, I was a mess.
Exhausted.
Yeah. And so I like to do big things. And so I'm like, I need to get healthy. And I'm a big MMA fan,
Uh-huh.
mixed martial arts. And so I'm like, what if I got healthy physically and did an MMA fight
Yeah.
and then documented the journey? That's another like story for another day.
Yeah.
Um, but through that journey of getting healthy, I realized like when I got physically healthy, like mental clarity came. I slept better. I was a better husband, a better father. And so out of that, and people saw like, man, you lost all this weight. Like what happened? So I talked about my fight journey, but then also I talked about how like I leveled up all these areas of my life. And so out of that came this idea of healthydads.com. And so
Yeah.
healthydads.com, it's a community of dads who want to be better. And so we like it's morphed. So I think it's been like this side hustle for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
Um, but it's to the point where we know what this thing is. It's a community of dads who want to be better. And we have these 6 F's. It's faith, family, fitness, food, finances, and fun.
Mhm.
And so we come alongside dads, and I mean, we're all busy. Um, but every month we do like a challenge. So we'll complaint project. We have a no complaining challenge. We'll do a walk challenge, or maybe we'll read a book together. But I wanted to, like, I'm a selfish person at the core, and so I wanted to build something for me,
Mhm.
but also something that I can invite others into. And the big thing is accountability. And so just having
Yeah.
like a group of guys who, and I want all walks of life. Like, I'm a Christian, but it's for non-Christians. It's for, I'm in America, but like it's worldwide. We're talking to people in Australia, Africa, but I want to be the community of dads who just want to level up their life. Cause it's hard, like
Yeah, it is hard. It is
business
hard.
owners and trying to like, I mean, you see the people online who are like, oh, crushing it, hustle. And the big quote I like is, they're selling the dream, but living the nightmare.
Yeah.
And then even before this show, I was just kind of mentioning like, these last few weeks have been just hard. Just work's been busy, like it's been stressful. And I'm like, man, something's got to change for me. And so I think just being honest about like, we all need help.
Yeah.
And so I want Healthy Dads, one, to like be my place to go and get, people poured into, but also pour into others as well. So yeah, the cool thing is we've been working on this membership site for probably 6 months now. And tomorrow, actually exclusive here on the Pirate Broadcast, healthydads.com/founders. We're opening this up tomorrow, but if someone goes to that page today, they can join healthydads.com. But it's our founders special. So it's the lowest price it's ever going to be. Everything is like guaranteed, but I'd love, any dads out there who just are done.
Yeah.
They're done, living the rat race, trying to be someone that they're not. And then two, like I spent 10 years in publishing, and a lot of the books for dads were bought by women. And so, if there's women listening to the show that you're like, hey, my husband could like use this. feel free to send them over to healthydads.com/founders. Have them check it out. I priced it so it's stupid low. Local growth that's what pays the bills for me. Healthy Dads, we want to just pour into dads. We have so many cool things like coming for dads, but we have courses, we have challenges, we have a book club, we have a podcast launching, and then we're gonna journey together through that.
I love that. I love that. And I have to tell you, Mike, I really admire the fact that you're sharing, because we've talked about this privately, and I know that there's so many things, there's so many details in building a business and building, even websites and membership sites and SEO and all of the things that go into it. There's a lot of details. I mean, it's not difficult, but there are still a lot of details that have to be taken care of. And, there's something about doing something for yourself, and I don't know that I would call it selfish as much as self-preservation.
Self-care.
You have to take the oxygen mask yourself and then in order to be able to fill other people up and care for other people. And sometimes we drain ourselves and it's the energy is low. And so we have to take breaks. We have to recharge. We have to refresh and take care of things. Martin says, thanks for being so open and courageous with us, Mike Ruman. Appreciate learning from your journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nancy says, isn't that enlightening? Absolutely enlightening. Rob says, love the toys in the backdrop, Mike. Love what you're doing, Mike, on the journey. It's really cool because we have this essence of an idea that we have to do everything. And the reality is we don't have to do everything alone. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the most pivotal things for my own journey was joining the mastermind with you. 6 years ago, we hopped in this mastermind, and I mean, we've been through a lot, just personal lives, business lives, and without having that group, I mean, we met every week.
Yeah.
I'm in a new mastermind where I'm actually in 2 different masterminds where we meet every week, and it's like, hey, things aren't as amazing as they look, like, hey, here's my struggle, and just having people who can pour into you as well. And like, oh, hey, yeah, I've been through that. Like, don't step there. Because I think, Healthy Dads, like it's pretty much all my fails. I've had so many fails as a father. And so even just like, can I give you one of my favorite fails, favorite dad fails?
Yes.
Okay. So my kids were like 6, 4, 4, and 4. Like we have 3 kids the same age. We adopted, yada, yada. I wanted to teach them that gambling doesn't pay. And so I took them to the store and I had $20. I said, hey guys, we can spend this $20. You each get $5 to go buy whatever you want. Candy, donuts, or you could take that $20 and go buy lottery tickets. And they're like, let's buy lottery tickets. I'm like, sweet. They're going to see, like, they could have had all this candy, but instead they buy lottery tickets and get nothing. So we buy $20 of lottery tickets, and then we scratch them all off. And I swear, we won $100. And my kids thought it was like the coolest thing ever. How they're like, Dad, we got to buy more lottery tickets. And I'm like,
you just raised 3 gamblers.
Yeah, and they were so young. It was like, yeah, it was a big dad fail, but it was, I mean, we laugh about it now, but just stuff like that. Like, man, let's enjoy life. Life is so short. Like, I feel like I just graduated college, but I'm 43 years old, and it's like, holy smokes, like what happened these last like 20 years? And so like the Healthy Dads, like, we want to slow down.
Yeah.
Actually, I own slowdads.com. The idea was like I wanted to start a challenge for dads just to just slow. And everything's like go fast, hustle. Like that's not healthy. You're gonna burn out. I mean, like I have an accounting degree, so I watch the data. If you go into the search engines, you'll see like depression, anxiety, suicide, like all these like heavy terms are on the rise.
Yeah.
Like this life of like go fast is not
It's not the end goal that we really want.
yeah, it's not success. Like,
Yeah.
maybe for you it might work, but like the faster I go, the more burnout I get. And like that's not a healthy place to be. And so even like, strategically building the healthydads.com membership, like it's not a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, there's even like the book club, like I'm going to do book summaries, like chapter summaries, but like we want to be better without like, oh my gosh, I have 4 middle school kids. Like, they come home and it's like, oh, I got all this homework. Like that's not what we're doing for Healthy Dads. Like we want to pour into you. We want to laugh. We want to learn. Facts tell, stories sell. And so just getting people on the podcast that just tell us your story. I know, Russ, you've been through just tons. We have mutual friends who've been through some stuff, even some people going through some stuff right now, but like,
yeah,
how can we learn from each other and just be better together?
Yeah. And I think for me right now in my life, giving back is so important. And that's part of what I want to do with, that's part of the impact that the Pirate broadcast does and helping people actually achieve an idea and a thought and plant the seed that, we can be a little more resilient. We can be a little more considerate of other people around us. We can be supportive. We can, have a little kindness, sympathy, empathy, and understanding. So it's really important for us to do that. I want to give a shout out, Mary Fain. A good morning, folks. Outsource sooner, she says. Absolutely. It's really important. And Nancy Thomas says, men helping men is more impactful. Keep up the great work. And I agree with Nancy, Mike, keep up the great work because like I said at the beginning, you have been an inspiration because I've watched you go from working to figure it out, doing some things. It's like going in and MMA fighting and getting healthy and all of these adventures you've gone through. It's really, we've all gone through a lot together. And to have you here today and talk about this is really important to me. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Mary said outsource sooner. I 100% agree. One book I love is it's called Who Not How. Like that's been a game changer for me because I think it's like I got to learn everything. Like I'm going to start a podcast. I got to learn how to do editing and how to do intro. And it's like, no, you don't. Who not how. It's like find someone who knows that and then bring them in. What is your superpower? Like with video, I mean, if you did all your video editing, if you did all the scheduling, like you probably wouldn't do video. It's like, man, there's so much work, but you have a producer who does all that.
Yeah.
And I think that allows you to kind of live in your, I forget what book it is, but like your zone of genius and like you can do your thing and then your producer can do her thing. But I love what was that Mary said there.
What did she say?
She just said outsource sooner.
Yeah, outsource sooner. Absolutely. And I think, like you said, there's a lot of details to go into some of these things. And, Rob Thomas is doing some great work. He's doing some work in the wine industry. And we were talking about this on the show the other day. He's done the Drunken Grape. He's been in video and he understands some of the video production. And that's why I love live video is because I don't have to edit it. I don't have to try to polish anything for YouTube or, putting on anything else. And it's just it's a conversation and it's real. If I mess up and sometimes I get reminded by Tracy, shout out to Tracy, the producer. Thank you, Tracy, for all you do. She's been with me for over a year. And, she guides me when I start to ramble and get off track and ask long extended questions.
Yeah.
It's like, just ask one question at a time. And that's the kind of help we need. Healthy Dads is something that you can actually use to kind of level set, get a baseline, understand what else is going on around you. So thanks for putting that together. So who is it for besides dads? I mean, like myself, I'm a dad, but um, I'm not raising children. So kind of define what means to be a healthy dad.
So Russ, you'll never not be a dad.
I will never not be a dad.
Like once a
Pray
dad,
that's the case.
once a dad, you're always a dad. Even with adult children.
Yeah.
Um, it's for any guy who just wants to be better. Like we're gonna have a dating challenge in there. Like you don't have to be married. It's for dads who are married. It's for single dads. It's for guys who want to be a dad. But I wanted to build the community I wanted to be a part of. And so it's real, it's raw, it's simple, it's not overcomplicated. But yeah, it's really, we're gonna do these challenges together. I'm sure you've seen Parks and Rec, the treat yourself. We have a treat yourself challenge where it's like, Dad, get $100 out of the ATM and like treat yourself, or whatever that is. What is that one thing you want to buy that you don't need? And so we're going to be sprinkling challenges throughout the year. My wife's a health coach, certified health coach, and so we do have a green smoothie challenge. But they're green smoothies that taste good.
I like my green smoothies.
Yeah, I got hooked on kombucha, which it's an acquired taste. But yeah, it's for any guy out there who just wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves, but also like when I was fighting, there was this really cool idea. It was +1, 0, -1.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea is like when you're sparring, you should always spar with someone a little bit better than you, someone at your level, but also someone a little bit below you, because that's how we learn. So finding someone who's a little bit, with business owners, like, find some people who are in the same stage as you to journey together. Find some mentors who've been there, but then also mentor somebody who's like, who's just going to jump. Like, hey, here's what I did. Like, don't do that. I learned hard lessons, but yeah, I love that +1, 0, -1.
I love that.
Strategy.
I love that. Mary says, I love this audience. Mary says, wait, you get off track, Russ? Squirrel.
Never.
Mike knows. Do I ever get off track, Mike? Rob says, editing is a lot of work. Sure, regarding the video. Sure, with the regard to video, you need to have or should have a videographer to tackle the most things for you. Absolutely. And it's just something that we have to do. It's a process. It's all a process. So Mike, what brings you joy in this whole process? Looking back in the last 6 years and growing this business since you quit your corporate job, 7 years ago, what has brought you the most joy in the process?
I love helping people. Like I grew up in the Detroit area, and like the blue collar, just get her done mentality. But like my dad's an HVAC technician. I think I have his DNA as far as like just wired to help. And so that's why I love local businesses. Like I love the David versus Goliath, coming in there, fighting for them, helping them stay afloat. But I think just, seeing success with a local business. Cause I mean, they're dying. Like COVID has taken out so many mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
With restrictions and just like, hey, it's not worth it. So they sell or they shut down. And so I like the challenge of coming in, like, the whole idea is like, you have to have a good product, but then, hey, we can help, bring attention to that. But yeah, I think helping people that's what brings me joy. And I thought it was going to be, the financial side of owning my own business. Like I can make as much as I want.
Yeah.
Like I realized pretty quickly, like, the notorious BIG, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
Like that is so true. Like, I was kind of racing with a friend of mine. He was trying to build $1 million agency. And so I'm like, I'm gonna do that too. And then you realize like man, that's not worth it. Like, I'd much rather make much less and have freedom. So I think helping people than freedom. So
Yeah.
I don't work Fridays. That's my wife. That's our date day.
Mhm.
And so we just try and hit up a new coffee shop. We're taking dance lessons, and so just having that freedom to kind of do whatever we want to.
Yeah.
I still work hard through the week. I do work a little bit on Sundays, but having that freedom, freedom is greater than money, is what I've learned. 7
Freedom
years
is
into
greater money.
owning my own business, like, you can make as much as you want, but like, at what cost? And yeah, that freedom is, I think we all learned that during COVID too. Like, man, life is short.
Yeah.
I lost my grandpa in December to COVID. It's like, man, life is like so short, and what was it worth it? Was
Yeah.
all that stuff worth it? And so, yeah, it's with the healthy dads. It's my own challenge to myself. Like, man, like, you got this one life to live. Like, live it well. And then, I'm trying to document that through this healthy dads journey.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I know that we're over time, so I just wanted to, I really want to thank you for all the things that you're doing to the community, for the community, and for yourself. You've got a lot going on and a lot of things that are taking place in your world, and it's not always smooth sailing. So I just want to make sure that we put that out there. And if you are a healthy dad or looking to achieve healthiness in your journey as a dad, connect with Mike. Give us the address again.
Healthydads.com is the main website. Then healthydads.com/founders.
Mm-hmm.
That opens up tomorrow, but if someone wants to join today, like, you're in.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mike, for being here. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Russ. I think you're just the community you've built of pirates. Like, it's been really cool just to see it come from an idea to, like, congratulations on number 500 coming up. But yeah, thanks for all you do to make the world a better place.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And pirates, as you know, thank you so much for being here. All the gratitude in the world. And if you're watching this in the future, if you think somebody would like or enjoy this conversation, please like and share it, comment, make all that, algorithm stuff go crazy, so we can actually grow and share, this information with more people. It does help. Every little little kitten smile every time you do that. So make it matter, because kindness is cool and smiles are free. And you enjoy the day. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about,